morning, students. Today we'll be starting with Science 1, chapter number 8, Metallurgy. Metallurgy is the branch of science and engineering that studies the physical and chemical behavior of metallic elements, their intermetallic compounds, and their mixtures, which are called as alloys. Now in this chapter we'll be learning about metallurgy. Before we learn about metallurgy, we'll be learning about the properties of metals, non-metals, their reactivity, and then we'll go to study about metallurgy. We have learned in the lower classes that the substances around us are in the form of some or the other elements or their compounds. In the beginning, elements were classified in accordance with their chemical and physical properties into three types: metals, non-metals, and metalloids, and these are even in use till today. Physical properties of metals. Physical properties are those properties that can be measured. There are certain physical properties that we'll be learning over here. We'll also be learning the exceptions that exist for those particular properties. For example, metals mainly exist in solid state. That means most of the metals are solid. But there are metals like mercury and gallium that normally exist in liquid state at room temperature. Metals possess luster. Luster means most of them are shiny. The metallic luster goes on decreasing due to exposure to atmospheric oxygen and moisture, and also in presence of some reactive gases. For example, silver. It's shiny but it becomes black. We all know that metals have the property of ductility and malleability. Ductility means that metals can be drawn into thin wires, how gold, jewelry and etc. are made. Malleability means metals can be beaten into thin sheets. For example, like aluminium foil. Similarly, most of the metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. That means they conduct heat and electricity. We also know that most of the metals are hard, but there are certain metals like lithium, sodium and potassium which are the exceptions. These metals are so soft that they can be cut with the help of a knife. Metals have high melting and boiling point. For example, tungsten metal has the highest melting point, that is 3422 degrees Celsius. But the melting point and boiling point of metals like sodium, potassium, mercury, gallium, etc. are very low. Also, when metals are stuck, they produce a sound. This property is called as sonority. These metals are known as sonorous metals. Like we know in the temples, you have that bell that we ring, or in the olden days we used to have that school bell that you ring and you get to hear the sound. That property is called as sonority. When you are learning about the properties, you have to remember you also have to learn about the exceptions. Physical properties of nonmetals. Most of the nonmetals are either in a solid state or in a gaseous state. The exception is the nonmetal bromine or bromine, which exists in a liquid state. Most of the nonmetals do not possess luster. That means they are not shiny. But iodine is the exception as its crystals are shiny. Nonmetals are mostly soft, that is not hard. But again, diamond, which is an allotrope of carbon, is an exception. Diamond is the hardest natural substance known to mankind. Nonmetals have low melting and boiling point, and most of the nonmetals are bad conductor of electricity and heat. But graphite, again an allotrope of carbon, is an exception as it is a good conductor of electricity. This is a comparative chart showing the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So you can see how luster most of the metals have while non-metals are not having, showing the exception also. So all the properties are given over here and they along with the exception. So you can learn this property and this chart. Chemical properties of metal. That means how metals reacts with other elements or compounds or acids and etc. Metals are very reactive. If you remember when we learnt in the periodic properties of elements, we said that metals normally have 1, 2 or 3 electrons in its outermost orbit. Hence, metals tend to lose electrons easily and form positively charged ions. Therefore, metals are called as electropositive elements. Sodium metals form sodium ion, magnesium forms positively charged magnesium ion, and so on. This electropositive nature allows the metals to form compounds with other elements very easily. Hence, they are more reactive. Reaction of metals. The first one is reaction of metal with oxygen. Metals combine with oxygen on heating in air and metal oxides are formed. Sodium and potassium are very reactive metals. Sodium metal combines with oxygen in the air even at room temperature and forms sodium oxide. The equation 4Na plus O2 forms 2Na2O. On exposure to air, sodium readily catches fire. Therefore, to prevent accident in the lab, it is kept in kerosene. Oxides of some metals are soluble in water. They react with water to form alkali. For example, sodium reacts with oxygen to form sodium oxide. That sodium oxide, when dissolved in water, forms sodium hydroxide. We have learned it when we learned about acid bases, that the oxide of a metal forms a base or an alkali. We know that magnesium oxide is formed on burning magnesium ribbon in the air. Magnesium oxide reacts with water to again form an alkali called magnesium hydroxide. So, how the equation goes, metal with oxygen forms the corresponding metal oxide. That metal oxide, when it dissolves in water, forms an alkali or an base. So, anything if you think of, for example, say calcium. Calcium, when it reacts with air or oxygen, it will form calcium oxide. That calcium oxide, when dissolves in water, will be forming calcium hydroxide. The same example has been explained again, that metals reacts with oxygen to form metallic oxide. They are basic because they react with water to form base. Example of magnesium is given over here. Magnesium burns in air to form magnesium oxide. That magnesium oxide dissolves in water to form as magnesium hydroxide. Similarly, it can be zinc, it can be copper, etc. So to summarize what we learned about reaction of metals with oxygen, metals form aluminium to copper in the activity series of metal react slowly when heated in air to form metal oxide. Aluminium is the fastest and copper is the slowest. Sodium metal reacts with oxygen of air even at room temperature to form sodium oxide. Hence, sodium is always stored under kerosene to prevent its reaction with oxygen or moisture and carbon dioxide. Magnesium does not react with oxygen at room temperature, but on heating, magnesium burns in air to form magnesium oxide. We have seen even in the 7th standard also, even in the 9th standard also, burning of magnesium wire. They burn with a glorious bright color. Zinc metal burns in air only on strong heating to form zinc oxide. Iron does not burn in dry air even on strong heating. But in moist air, it slowly gets oxidized to form rust. Gold and platinum do not react with oxygen in air at all. So that is about the properties of chemical property of metal and the first reaction between metal with oxygen. That completes today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will be learning about the other reaction of metals. Thank you.